Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for reciting all the recitation, particularly the verses for the mind training. And Stephen requests me to turn Wheel of Dharma. I will going to request all of you to study well the Wheel of Dharma. Most of you are beginner for the Dharma. So we have been, I think, more than 6-7 months since we have the Dharma class for beginner. Whoever is a beginner for the Dharma with me, so you need to reflect on your daily life, how much you able to change yourself, how much you able to control your negative thoughts, because in our life, so many problems and suffering, so we are facing in our daily life is due to the negative thoughts. So today, beginning of our class, first, I will talk a little bit about the problems and the solution for the problem to overcome. So when we think about problems or sufferings, there are two kinds of suffering or problem in our life. One problem we can be solved through applying the Dharma. Then there's another type of problem. Those problems cannot be solved through practicing Dharma. For example, birth, old age, so many sickness and death. Those cannot be solved applying Dharma very fast. For example, like a birth. Some of you born as a Singaporean, we cannot change our birth. European, American, Indian, which ethnic you belongs to, we cannot change the birth. The second, the old age or aging is one of the, I think, suffering in our life. For example, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you are very youthful, very healthy, very attractive person. Many people used to like you, used to love you, cares you. So after 20 years, you are not that healthy, you are not that attractive, you don't have so many people around you who cares you, who love you. So when we compare these two kind of occasion, the period of time, you feel a bit upset. In the past, 20 years ago, I was very youthful, I was very energetic. Now I'm quite weak, I'm not that attractive. 20 years ago, I had so many friends around me who cares me, who love me, who like me. Now I don't have so many people around me, then when you think this way, you feel a bit, upset. You feel very unhappy. That time we must realize old age, aging, we cannot stop. Doesn't matter how much we try to stop to be old, to be like aging, we cannot. It naturally will go that way because our life, our body, our positions, our families are impermanent. Then the death, the most difficulty part in our life is the death. Also, nobody can stop passing away. Nobody can stop the death. The death will come. When we think about our own death, so when we look at somebody, passing away, somebody died yesterday, day before, last week, last year, we are okay to accept that the death. When we think about our own death, when we think about one day we're going to be separate with your families and friends and relatives, we feel very difficult. Also, the right of the beginning of our life is actually going towards. Since we were born, every day, every moment, we are moving towards the ending of this life. Therefore, the death, we cannot stop easily through applying the Dharma. Therefore, this kind of problem, we cannot stop. We were born, we can have the aging, old age, and so many sickness and death. Then there we have another type of sufferings and problem in our daily life, like emotional suffering, the mental suffering. If somebody totally become kind of mad person, a person, him or herself cannot find any solution to solve the mental problems. But we are still not the mad person, not crazy person. We can find the solution to overcome the emotional problems, the mental problems. So when we study Dharma, so when we open any types of like a Dharma's book, is always talk about suffering, the solution for the suffering. Therefore, first we need to know what kind of suffering we have. Then second, we need to get the solution for solving the problems. But most of us, we have been studying Dharma, we are always looking the solution. We never try to understand the problems. Therefore, all the solutions we know, all the solution we have, all the solution look like become quite useless for us because we haven't recognized the problems which we are facing. Therefore, at the beginning, first we need to recognize, I have this emotional problem. I have this mental problem. So according to my this particular emotion problem, I need to find a particular solution. Right? The average people, the average, sentient beings have desire about, kind of having happy life. There's nothing wrong. We must have a strong desire to have a happy and healthy life. So when we think, desire about our happy and healthy life, but we have one mistake. The healthy and happy life can be lost forever. This is a very big mistake. You must try to be, try to have healthy and happy life. But the happy and healthy life is impermanent. You need to aware every moment. Now I'm a very healthy person. My life is very successful life. I have a happy life. But the happy, healthy life is impermanent. It cannot last forever. So this is a problem because we never, we don't really aware things will change very fast, change any moment. So when the healthy and happy life change, then we face a lot of emotional or mental sufferings, problems. Therefore, all the Buddha teaching, for example, practicing renunciation, practicing compassion, practicing contentment, practicing six perfection, bodhicitta, all these practices are actually for the solution to overcome the emotional, mental problems. Therefore, for example, I am facing physical problems. At the same time, I am facing emotional problem. Overcoming my emotional problem is in my hand. Overcoming my physical problem is not in my hand. It depends on many conditions. For example, this morning, if I was very angry with something or someone, then actually I was facing the mental or emotional problems. This emotional problem can be solved by myself to apply the Dharma. And for example, this morning I have a very strong pain in my head. So if I just apply the Dharma, the physical pain not go away. It's still there. Therefore, we need to take medicine and see doctor, take the medicine for quite a long time. Therefore, we should not think Dharma, practicing Dharma is the methods to solve all my problems. Many Buddhists believe when we sick, we believe my recitation, my prayers can be cure my sickness. This is a serious mistake. We should not think. When we are sick, we must think, I need to see doctor, I need to take medicine. Then at the same time, I will do my recitation, puja, chanting. We have to go these two, together to solve the physical problems. So therefore, in order to find the solution, first we need to recognize the problems. When we talk about problems, some problem is common with everybody's. All human being has a common problem. And some problem is not common, is very particular for individual. So likewise, the solution, for example, the solution or methods, one is very common for everybody. Everybody can apply the solution to overcome the emotional problem. A certain solution is very particular for the particular person. is work well with a particular person, it may not work well with others. Therefore, when we study Buddha Dharma, so Buddha taught many teachings. Some teaching is commonly, benefit for every human beings. Some teaching only benefit for, certain very particular people. Therefore, when we practice Dharma, make sure this kind of practice is commonly benefit everybody. This kind of practice is mainly benefit for this particular person. Right? Therefore, at the beginning, I just wanted to explain there's two kinds of problem we have, two kinds of suffering we have. Some suffering can be solved through practicing Dharma, some problem cannot. Some problem can be solved with the Dharma, not depend on many other conditions. So we have to know this. Secondly, as a beginner, some of you are totally, new for Dharma, but you believe yourself, I'm a Buddhist, because your parents are Buddhist, therefore you believe I was born in the Buddhist family, I'm Buddhist. But you didn't have, much knowledge about Dharma. Since we have since we have a class for beginner, I hope some of you learn, how to solve the emotional and mental problem through applying the Dharma. Then the actual class, the last Sunday morning, so we discussed the two practices. One is the general Dharma practice, how we must practice in our daily life. Daily life means every day, every moment. Then there's one particular practice, we must do same thing for many months, right? Therefore, last time we talked about the 7-point mind training. Also, we discussed how to transform the adverse condition into the path. Commonly, all human beings, all sentient beings has problems. The problem you can see as a problem, you can see as an opportunity, is depend on your practice. As a Buddhist, when you see a problem, when you are facing a problem, for you must think this is a problem. This problem can be caused to practice my Dharma. Therefore, what you say, the whole world is born with the suffering, then beneath one single source, which is self-centered attitudes. Self-centered attitude. Whatever kinds of problem you are facing, you must think this problem is actually caused by my self-centered attitudes. Self-centered attitudes is the only source to producing all this problem and suffering in my life, in samsara. Therefore, all your practice, you try to control self-centered or self-cherishing attitudes. That means, just on knowing this, then you can recite mantra, you do chanting, you do prostration for reducing the self-centered attitude or self-cherishing. When you see some kind of, happy events, you feel happiness. Immediately you must recognize the happiness which I'm experiencing now, I experienced yesterday, I'm going to experience tomorrow. all the happiness actually caused by other cherishings. You can actually, we can say, other centered attitudes. Then you must appreciate for all human beings, all sentient beings. Therefore, remember, they are a great kindness. You should not think my happiness is come only from me. You must think everything comes from others. That means rejoice or generate other cherishings. Because in Tibetan language we say Rang Chenzin, means self-cherishing or self-centered attitudes. And second one we Tibetan Zhen Chenzin. Zhen means other. Chenzin means cherishing. That means self-centered attitudes, other-centered attitudes. Self-cherishings and other cherishings. There's only two attitudes, can be cause for suffering, can be cause for happiness. Right. Then the next we need to talk about the four powers. How to transform the suffering into the path through applying the conventional bodhicitta, through applying ultimate bodhicitta, through practicing the fourfold, right? Then fourfold, you remember, first fold is purification, purifying your negative karma. Second fold is accumulating merit. Third is offering to the spirit, who harm you. Fourth is the offer the offering or torma, whatever, to your Dharma Protector. Now you need to connect. What's the link? My suffering and purifying my negative karmas. So when we feel sufferings, again we must recognize the suffering I have, the suffering other people have, the suffering other sentient beings have. All the suffering actually caused by afflictions and negative karma. Therefore, if I don't want suffering, in my next life, after next life, I need to purify all my negative karmas. Then you do practice, the four powers to purify your negative karmas. Based on knowing that negative karmas are the cause to our suffering, then immediately you can visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, Amida Buddha, field of merit. That means power of the field. Then you do recitation, chanting, prostration. These are the power of antidotes to purifying negative karma. Then you must have a very strong regret. So what we have done in the past, what we have done in the previous life, how much negative karma we have accumulated, we must have a regret about them. Then last, based on knowing the negative karmas are the cause to bring suffering, then you must have a commitment or promise. Today I realize how the negative karma is bad. How bad is the negative karma? I must stop to engage into negative karma. That's you apply the four powers, purify negative karma. Now you can see the four power, right? So in order to make a prostration, we need an object to prostrate. If you have a Buddha statue, painting, doesn't matter, you just put in front of you, do prostration. This prostration you are doing mainly purifying negative karma. And also in the past, I said many times, So most of you are Singaporean. You are Buddhist. Your wife may be not Buddhist. You are Buddhist. Your husband maybe not a Buddhist. Or both of you are Buddhists. Your children won't follow Buddhism. Therefore, we should not accumulate a lot of the holy, you will say holy object. Simply, as a Buddhist, we need a picture, photo, or thanga of statue of Buddha Shakyamuni. We follow Buddhism. Buddha Shakyamuni is the founder of the Buddhism. Buddha Shakyamuni is our main guru or teacher. You must simply have the Buddha, the image of the Buddha. Then you no need to, bring all the. You don't need to have all the kinds of Buddha statue. You can do visualization. Then, after you pass away, your families, your children, they're very easy to take care. You have just only one Buddha statue. You can offer to temple, you can offer to someone. Very easy. If you have so many things, you cannot take care. And then after you pass away, they will throw all the holy object in the trash bin. Therefore, visualization is very important. Also, when we are very old, our eyesight becomes very weak. So we cannot see the Buddha picture, painting a statue. Still mentally, you can visualize the Buddha. Therefore, you have to practice. You need to know how to visualize the Buddha. At the beginning, we use the Buddha, image for our object of meditation. Then it doesn't matter, you close your eyes, still you can see the Buddha image, or you can see the Buddha in your mind. Therefore, visualization is very important. And also, the second, antidotes. Then, doing prostration, making offering, everything, all practices must be antidotes to reduce the very particular the negative thoughts. Antidotes. Therefore, all the Buddha's teachings, all the practices must be antidotes to reduce, to eliminate, to control one of the negative thoughts. Your practice cannot be antidotes to reduce, any of the negative thoughts. Instead of becoming antidote, it causes to arising negative thoughts. Mean your medicine turn into poison. Make sure all your Dharma practices must be, be antidotes to reduce, to control, to eliminate the particular afflictions. Instead of becoming antidotes, it causes to arise your negative thoughts like jealousy, anger, ego, pride. Your Dharma turned into poison is no good. Therefore, all our practices must be antidotes. Then, first visualization, second antidotes. Third, we must have a strong regret about accumulating negative karma. One time we accumulate karma, you must feel, I ate the poison food. Why I'm eating the poison food? It's very delicious. It's very nice. But somehow after a few hours, few months, few years, the poison food will destroy my life, destroy my health. Therefore, in our life, we have experience when we eat oily food, deep fried food. The taste is very crunchy. We have a very nice, very delicious, but we never think it increase our, high cholesterol, BP, and all the problem. So while we are eating, we are very much enjoying, but at the end, it causes to destroy our health. Therefore, the third part, we really need strong regret. You can have a strong regret if you're really aware that negative karma cause to arise suffering. Little negative karma produce little suffering. For example, when we think, when we reflect, when we study about the external condition, for example, I used to use the, growing flower. I think everybody, you have, I think, flower in your home. When we grow flower, we really need to take care of the flower. We must add the right amount of water, soil. The plant really needs the right amount of like sunlight, light. For example, every day you add, just 1 cup of water to the plant. Every day. Then you stop to add 1 cup. Then you start to, pouring the half cup of water. First day, you cannot see the changes. Second days, you cannot see the changes. Then after 1 week, you will notice how come in the past the flower was very, blossom very nicely. Now it's not that nice, bit weak, slowly dying. Because in the past, you put 1 cup of water. Then second, you put only half cup of water. The effect you cannot see immediately, but definitely the effect will see you. Same way, we thought, kind of little negative action, like lying, little deceiving, little cheating. These things, we cannot see the immediate effect. But this action definitely bring an effect. We must aware this one. Then when we engage into action, negative action, then we feel regret. We know the consequence will come very soon. Then at the end, we need a commitment. For example, usually you eat oily food, then you are very sick. The doctor says, you have this problem because you have been eating, you eat a lot of oily food, deep fry. Then you feel sick, you stop. You stop. Or when you are, when you fully cure the sickness, then you eat again because you didn't have a strong commitment while you are sick. So while you are sick, if you have a strong commitment, okay, since today I will stop. I'm going to stop eating, deep fried food or oily food or like alcohol or smoking. Then after you fully cure, you're not going to take the unhealthy things for your life. Therefore, at the end, need a commitment, like purification. Now you need to know the point, the reason why we need to do, the purification practice. Purification practice. The second, the accumulating merit. Accumulating merit is very important, very important. What Buddha said, you can achieve your achievement when you have enough merit, enough virtuous action. Mean you are very, very, very wise person, you are very intelligent person, but when you try to achieve something, you cannot achieve. You always fail to achieve your achievement. Means you are enough intelligent. You have enough wisdom, but you don't have enough virtues or positive virtues or positive energy. Right? Therefore, you can see many of your friends, they are very intelligent, they are very knowledgeable, but when they try to achieve their goal, try to achieve their achievement, they always fail to achieve the achievement. Then you thought, how come the person is very intelligent, the person is very knowledgeable, the person have experience, how come he cannot achieve the achievement? But we never thought we are missing another important factor, which is the positive energy. You can call positive energy, you can call positive action, merit. So we need both wisdom with the positive action with the wisdom. There's some of you can see, oh, the person things achieve very easily in life. Right? You can see some of your friends or neighbors, co-worker, things achieve very easily. The job, the position, very easily. But it lasts for short time. They lose the position, lose the job. That means the person has enough merit to achieve the achievement, but the person was lacking the wisdom. That we need to go together, accumulating merits, purifying negative karma, be intelligent. Then third one, I said, making offering to the spirit, to the ghost, whatever we believe. As a beginner, you should not do this practice. If you are very confident or you have practice, for example, you just say you are in the cemetery ground, that you are, let's say there's a lot of Muslim big cemetery ground. We have a Christian, like the cemetery ground. If you are very confident in your practice, then you can go over there or around there, sleep overnight, do your practice. If you are not sure about your practice, then you should not do this kind of practice. Also the third one, offering dharma. Because many of us believe, oh, my friends are sick, I am sick, I have a bad dream, I have a this and this because of the ghost, because of the spirit, because of the formless being, they harm me. When you believe this, then you get very angry, you are not happy with the ghost, formless being or spirit. If you are truly practitioner, instead of getting angry, you must appreciate them. How you should appreciate? Or until now, my mind is totally destructive by short-term pleasure. My mind is totally distracted by the samsaric happiness. Until today, I haven't realized the suffering. So due to you give me sufferings, you give me problem. I realize the suffering or problem is remember me to practice Dharma. You appreciate to them. And also same thing, practicing, offering the things to the Dharma Protector. Right? Then the the summary of the lifetime practice. There's 5 practices. Remember 5 practices. These 5 practices you can practice since today until until procedure of your death. So then okay, definitely within 1 week or 1 month, within 1 year, I'm going to die, I'm going to pass away. Then you need to change the 5 power in little bit different orders. So as a homework, you do again one more study about the 5 power. How should I practice the 5 power since today until process of my death? How I should practice the 5 power during the process of my death. Then the 5th point is the measuring of train your mind, in mind training, right? Then how I know my mind is really trained well in well Dharma? How I know? Then there's a begin. Remember, you always need to witness true witness. Means you are practitioner or not. You are truly practitioner or not. You need true witness. One is yourself, you yourself be witness or your practice. Other people can be witness for your practice. For some of you, before you attend my class, let's say 7 months ago, you are a very angry person. You have a very short temper. You have very self-centered attitudes. You always care yourself. You don't care others. You are that kind of person. Or you are a very jealous person. You are a very angry person. You feel so proud about with a little thing. Right? Since you attend Dharma class with me, Dharma class with other master, or listen audio on YouTube, like about Dharma, since you are families, your friends notice how come a person, he or she has changed. Before he was very angry person, now he's very compassionate. Before he was very hard person, very hard person, now he or she become very soft. Before he or she has a very strong pride, feel very proud with a little thing, but now the person has changed. Or before he or she was very angry, since he or she studied Dharma, she become more very compassionate, very soft, very loving person. That means other people can be witness for you to witness for your Dharma practice. But we cannot really, fully trust what other people say, what other people think. The other people easily can change their attitude. You being a very nice person for a few months, other people, make a lot of praising about you. One day you become very angry and have a big fight with someone. Then since people stop praising you, we should not really, trust what other people said. Then second, most important, reliable witness is you yourself. Right? You yourself. You need to aware, before I attend Dharma class, I always argue with my friends, my family, my husband, my wife, my child. I always have an argument. Since I attend Dharma class, you need to recognize, I have a less argument. Before I attend Dharma class, before I study Dharma, I was very resentful person. I have a very strong kind of hatred. Since I study Dharma, still I have an argument. I have fighting with someone. I don't have a hatred. Then you notice you are really practicing Dharma. Therefore, true witness is very important. Witness, right? To witness yourself and others. Then the witness can be, Buddha can be your witness. Particularly Buddha teaching can be your witness. For example, if you are very angry, you get very angry, right? Angry. But Buddha won't come to you, hey, you are getting angry, you should not be angry. Practice compassion. Buddha won't come to you. When you get angry, you open the Buddha teaching, open the Dharma book, then you notice, I'm not supposed to be angry person. Buddha can be your witness, but most importantly, all the Buddha teaching must be your witness. You are a truth person or you are a deceit person. You are an honest person, you are a dishonest person. Open the Dharma, then you will notice, true witness. Then second, whatever comes in our life, every moment, whatever comes, happiness come, should not, clinging on the happiness. I think, yes, now I'm very happy, very good, just make a rejoice, but happiness won't last forever. It turns into suffering. When the suffering comes, you must recognize this is suffering, but the suffering never lasts forever. It's also turned into happy moment. Again, apply the Dharma. Then whatever comes to your life, good things, bad thing, worst thing, most of the worst thing happen in your life, still you're able to remain very peacefully, very calm. You're calm and peaceful way. That means your mind is trained well. But what we do, so when we don't have any problem, then we do, we recite mantra, we chanting, we do prayer, sometimes we do, practice of generous sitting, patience, and so we looks very good practitioners. When the circumstances change, our attitude has changed. Mean you are haven't turned well. Still, we remain as a piece of paper on the roadside. You should not be like a piece of paper on the roadside. You can see on the roadside there's a piece of paper. One cars come, they move other side. Other side, one car move there, the paper move this side. The paper always moving here and there on the roadside. They're not able to stay like a stone stick there. So we are like a piece of paper on the roadside. Somebody praise you, you feel very proud. Somebody praise about your family, you feel very proud, you feel very happy. Somebody criticizes you, you feel angry, upset. Somebody criticizes your friends and family, you get angry, upset. We should not be like that. Somebody praise you, remain very calm, check your practice. Somebody criticizes you, calm, remain very calm, should not get a distraction, be calm. That means you turn very well. Then the 6 and 7 is commitment and precepts. Precept and commitment, right? In there's a few words is very important. You always remain. I will check. Let me see the few word is very important. Principle of maintaining. Okay. Presentation of the commitment of the mind tuning. Tend constantly in the 3 general points. Transform your attitudes. Transform your attitude, but remain as you are. But remain as you are is a very, 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 very important. Very important. But what we do, when we follow Dharma very seriously, our look will change. Therefore, you can see many people who are Buddhist. They bring and they hold mala. They recite mantra on the buses, on the train. No need. You transform your mind, control your anger, attachment. You no need to change your outlook. Transform your attitude, but remain as you are. Remain as you are. It's a very important. For example, Singapore, we have multicultural, multi-language, multi-religion, multi-people. For example, you are very sincere Buddhist. Very sincere Buddhist. So you work at the office with other people who are Christian, who are Muslim, who are free thinker, who are Hindu. You are working with them. But among them, suddenly you take out your mala, you recite mala. No need. That means transform your mind, remain as you. Also, when you are eating breakfast, lunch, or drink with the other people who are not Buddhists, you no need to do, like hold your cup and pray. Some of may, very much appreciate you, some may get angry. If you want, make an offer from your mind. Therefore, this is a very, 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 very important. Transform your attitudes, but remain as you. But we transform our how we are look, but we never transform our mind. This is meaningless. Usually what we do, usually we transform, we change ourselves, how we are. For example, you are Singaporean, then you went to Bhutan, you went to Nepal, you went to Tibet. Since you change your outlook as a Tibetan, as a Mongolian, or as a Nepali, but your mental attitude is still same, then there's no point to change your outlook. The most important, you must transform, you must change your mind, not your culture, not your language, not your outlook. You just dress as you are. If you like, wear like jeans or pants or what kinds of clothes you want to wear, normal, you just wear your clothes as very as before. Therefore, transform your attitudes, but remain as you are. Do not speak of the defect of others. Do not reflect on the other shortcoming. Take it expression. There's now all of them you can study. Okay, so now it's 11, almost 11. Today we can have a more discussion. That I will know, then I will know your study well, go well or not. Okay, so we can have a discussion session. We can discuss. So please feel free to ask question. Please feel free to, ask me to give us, subtle, kind of like suggestion related to your daily practice. Okay, feel free, have a discussion.
Geshe La, the questions from Rachel, she say, if out of compassion, we offer food to spirit, not because we experiencing problem at the moment, is it advisable?
I notice it's a very interesting question. Here I will make a joke, okay? It's a kind of joke. It's kind of, kind of joke can be also interesting to share with you guys. We have a monk in our monastery, in Drepung Monastery. The monk was a very ordinary monk. He always make a joke. He always kind of criticizing others. Then summer, the monastery, all the monks, we do ritual for raining. The raining season, sometimes there's no enough raining. We do ritual chanting or bring more raining. Then the monk was saying to some other people, I think we are stupid. he said, I think we are stupid. Because all the local deity, local god, they are live as a locally for many years. They speak only the local dialect. Because we live in the Karnataka, they can speak on the Kannada. They don't understand at all Tibetan language. We chant in Tibetan language. All the the local deity, they're confused what they are saying, what they are talking about, what they need. We cannot communicate with the local deity because they cannot speak Tibetan, we cannot speak Kannada. All our ritual is a Tibetan. It's a very interesting kind of conversation. So when I do like a chanting in Tibetan for offering for food and to the spirit, hungry ghost, animal, three things are very, very important. Mudra, then meditation, and mantra. Mudra, meditation, mantras. If the spirit, the local deity, they don't understand Tibetan language, but they can understand things through mudras. Even though they don't understand, about the mudra is about what is making, food offering is making, drink offering, whatever. But due to the meditation, the spirit can aware what we are doing for them. The third, mantras. The mantra has the kind of power to realize what we are offering, what we are asking. Therefore, when you read Tibetan ritual books, most of the parts they're written in Tibetan language, but they never translate the mantra parts. For example, Om Mani Padme Hum. We can translate, but they never translate in Tibetan language. They are the Om Gade Gade Pra Gade Pra Sangade Buddhi Soha. All the mantra we keep as a original, as a reason. Therefore, some of you are offering, like a sur in the every evening. Sometimes some of you go in the forest, making sur offering. Make sure you do the proper mudra, recite the proper mantra, do the proper visualization and meditation. Yes, out of compassion, you offer, like a sur or fruit to the spirit. We don't know the spirit can benefit or not, but out of compassion, you act something. That means definitely you can accumulate merit, but we're not 100% not sure the food, the soul can get for the spirit or not. The spirit can experience the food, clothes or not. So this one, I'm not sure. This one can be told by the people, the practitioner who have a special power to see. For example, I tell the story, right? One of the His Holiness tutor, like a teacher, Rinpoche, every evening, he offered the sur to the hungry beings or spirit. Each time when he offers sur, all the spirit, all the hungry ghosts come and very much enjoy the smell, the fragrance. Once kind of hungry ghosts or spirit, they come around, but he never come closer and eat the smell. Then he thought what happened. Then I tell the story, right? Finally, he noticed one of the spirit or hungry beings not able to come closer to the sur offering because he was very worried that Rinpoche will recognize him. So this one I cannot tell the spirit can benefit or not, but just out of compassion, you act out of compassion. Definitely, you can accumulate merit. You can accumulate positive action. It can benefit for you. Then you might think, out of compassion, I act. My action, I will dedicate. I will dedicate to benefit all sentient beings, particularly the spirit. Then the spirit can benefit through your dedication. Okay, next question.
Geshe-la, could you confirm if the 3 general points is number 1, vows, number 2, law of causality, and number 3, unbiased?
What? 3?
Can you confirm that if the 3 general points are referring to number 1, vows, 2, law of causality, 3, unbiased?
3 points. I'm confused about your question.
What is 3 general points, Geshe-la?
Oh, 3 general points. I think there's a few explanation. I will check. Transform attitude, remind or transform attitude, reflect on the show. 3 general points, right? Okay. If they're done with the direct, you are 10 to scored. 3 general points. The line experience that 1, your mind training should not conduct your pledge. 1 is your mind training should not contradict your pledge. Number 1, clear? Your mind training should not contradict your pledge or your vows. Number 2, your mind training should not become offensive or offensive. Number 3, your mind training should not be biased. Clear? Number 1, general, train constantly in the 3 general points. Point number 1, your mind training should not contradict your pledge. Your mind training should not become offensive. Number 3, your mind training should not be biased. What does mean the point number 1? The first point, relinquish all behavior that disregard the law of karma and result. Then it's explained more process. First, the 3 general points you remember, right? Okay, these are the 3 general points. And then the second point, discarding such as anyway, these are the 3 general points. 3 general points. Okay, next question.
Can Geshe-la please explain what is self-grasping ignorance and self-centered attitude?
Oh, this is a big difference. For example, let's say there's only 1 cup of tea around us. We are, let's say, 4 people. We are 4 people around the table. There's only 1 cup of tea. Let's say I'm very self-centered attitudes. Then I say, oh guys, I'm very sorry, I'm so thirsty. I just take the cup and drink. I never think I share equally 1 cup of tea with the 3 others. I just drink cup of tea myself. I said, oh guys, I'm very sorry. I'm so thirsty. I just drink the water. I mean, I'm a very self-centered attitude person. This is a self-centered attitude. You care only yourself. You think only yourself. You never think other. It's a self-centered attitude. Right? You only thinking only your benefit. You never think, oh, these 3 people also want to drink the tea. Why not I share a little bit, with everybody? I mean, you don't have a self-centered attitude. That moment. This means self-centered attitude. Self-grasping means self is talking about self, like being or I. Self-grasping means when we analyze how I exist, so you are analyzing about you, yourself, you or I or me or being. Let's say, well, now we all analyze about I, right? I. We every day, 24 hours, we talk about I. I want this, I go there, I have this, I need this, I have. We always talk about I. When we say I need, that time there's a mind, the mind thinking, I need something. It's a mind. At the same time, there's an I who needs something. Right? I. Now you analyze how the I's exist. I. Generally for us, I is just totally independent rest of our bodies. Rest of our like 5 aggregates. This is, if you believe me, I, self, it's just remind or establish, exist, not depend on any other parts of my, like bodies. This means this is a self-grasping. You grasp I as a independent. This self-grasping. Self-grasping, clear? Self-centered attitude means you only thinking about yourself. The food I want, I don't want to share with anybody. Right? Then self-grasping is you cling or you grasp I as a independent I. This is a self-grasping. Self-grasping. So therefore, self-centered attitude is a kind of attitude. Oh, you have a bad attitude, right? Therefore, self-centered attitude, self-grasping has a big difference. Yes. The next question or next discussion, please.
Yeah. Next question is a bit long, Geshe, so.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a question regarding maintaining the size of the object during single-pointed meditation. I think in the mind, in our mental consciousness, there is no real objective concept of size. Our mind tends to view things in context of 2 frames, relatively. Maintaining the size of the chosen object, is it by setting the boundaries of the wider outer frame? For example, seeing myself in a room versus seeing myself in a building, the feeling and experience is different. The self becomes less significant in the latter when seeing the self with respect to a larger size of a building. Fixing and maintaining the size of meditated object, is it by fixing the bounds of the outer frame? If I fully focus on the object without outer frame, the object itself fills the entire frame and there is no size to speak of, which means that not only I need to focus on the object, but I also has to focus on the outer frame.
Yes, you are right. The question is very long. Actually, the person asking how we can have the exact size of the meditation object. There's no objective size. Yes, there's no such as objectively existent size. We don't have, everything is a relative. A relativity. We say this is big. This is big compared with like this. Oh, this is small compared with my head. Relatively, we need to establish big and small and size. There's no such as objectively, inherently, we can say this is this size we don't have. But we simply we can say you need to fix the size in your mind. You need to fix the size in your mind. Let's say, the Buddha statue, which is you going to choose as a chosen object of meditation. This is always like this size, maybe 4 inches. 4 inches or 5 inches or 10 inches, up to you. Since you fix the size in your mind, you always focus the same size. Same size, same color, same shape. So when you fix the size in your mind, at the beginning, yes, the size sometimes become big, small, sometimes disappear. It's very common. When you have this problem, you should not feel, agitation. You need to be patient. Yes, because look at beginning of our meditation. It looks like, you have I use the example, you have a cup of water, you shake, you move it long time, you just put on the table. At the beginning, you can see there's a still movement in the water. Slowly, the movement going to be, disappear. The water become very calm. Beginning of our meditation, the problem is always there. The size going to change, the shape going to be changed, the color going to be changed. Slowly, if you, with your patient mind, continuously you visualize the same size, then slowly the size can be remain the same size, color, shape, everything become, exact according to your fixed one. The rest of the question, I think I think you put so many things together, so we have to go one by one. My answer or advice for you, there's no subjective list. We can say this is the size. We need to fix the size in your mind. This is very important. Then at the beginning, everything is the size going to be little bit change, big and small to big, yellow to white, white to yellow, green is happening. But you need patience. Therefore, for me, I'm not saying I make sure you should not think, I'm not saying I'm very good practitioner. My experience, when you have this problem, you need to do, take a long breath in. You release long breath, breathe in long, release few times. Then your calm become very, very calm and easy to fix the size. And between again, the size can be changed, color can be changed. Again, you stop your meditation, do the breathing meditation. Relieve longly, breathe in a long breath, release longly. This help to maintain the size. Okay, so the rest of them, so we need to discuss next time. Your question have to be more clear and precise, please.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Next question.
So in precept of training, it refers to accomplish all yogas through single means, overcome all errors through a single means. What is single means here?
Other cherishing. Yeah. If you have a very, sincere other cherishing, or ignore your own cherishing, then everything, let's say attachment, anger, hatred, ego, pride, all the affliction going to reduce. Therefore, other cherishing is the one means to overcome all the afflictions or mental problems. Okay, next question, please.
The next question is from the Chinese side. Sonam, would you mind translate these relatively long questions also?
Yes, Sonam.
Meantime, maybe Geshe-la, to continue on the earlier questions.
Okay.
Then what is the true task?
True task from the commitment, right? Or precepts.
The precepts. The precept of
all yoga through the single means, overcome all the single means. They are the true tasks. True task. Okay. Actually, you can see the book composed by Geshe Lobsang. The number is 38. Still, I will check for you the true task. Do not depend on condition. Do not true task. Dates.
Yeah, I think Elaine has helped to answer the two tasks. Okay. Number one, setting a proper motivation at the start of the day. And number two, at night, reviewing one's activities of the day to check whether they have been virtuous or not.
Okay, very good. I really appreciate. I will also double check. Do not stick in the heat. Do not do the water. Presentation the precept. Yeah, yoga. Single means there are two tasks, on at the start and on at the end. You're correct. At the start, what we need, at the end, what we need. In the morning, after getting up, you should not project the thoughts throughout this day. I shall make sure I don't become tempted by the clinging of self-cherishing. I shall make sure that through the cherishing other do not degenerate. Thus, yes, at the beginning, you must think, since I woke up, I always think other cherishing. Then I shall make sure that through the cherishing other do not degenerate. Then during the day, remain sustained by the vigilance that accompanies every activity. When go to the bed at the night, while in the meditative absorption, launch majority pause, sequentially review the day by recalling, first I did this. Yeah, at the beginning, you are right, you must think, since I woke up, until my sleeping, I always practice the self-cherishing, not let the self-cherishing degenerate. And night or before you are sleeping, you reflect, since you wake up until now, what you have done. It's kind of, yeah, there's a true task. You are correct. Next question.
Geshe-la.
Yes,
this is a translation from the Chinese questions. Good morning. I've discovered a problem. I need to request Geshe-la. Is it correct or not? It says, everyone have a conceptual thoughts and negative thoughts. And these are caused by external factor. All these conceptual negative thoughts, whether you like it or not, they are always there. It's always there. Because of these conceptual negative thoughts arise, it makes me understand that my mind or self-grasping, it exists. I can also say that these conceptual negative thoughts is helping me in the future to realize, these conceptual negative thoughts could be the help for me in the future to realize emptiness, or I should say that these are the basis for me to realize emptiness in the future. On top of that, by practicing the trainings of the mind step of training the mind, 9 stages of training the mind, I seem to found something, but I can't explain this. I will continue to observe myself. However, I'm worried that I might go to the wrong path. Hence, I'm seeking Geshe-la's advice.
Okay, the first part is the person asking actually whether we want or don't want, the conceptual negative thoughts is always there. Here you no need to add the conceptual negative thoughts. All the negative thoughts we have are the conceptual mind. It's not the kind of direct perception. But the negative thoughts we have, but is manifest or not, is also, one kind of things. Sometime at the same time, 2, 3 negative thoughts manifest, arise. When the 4 negative thoughts arise at the same time, what we need to recognize, which is more stronger. If we don't control the stronger, the rest of the negative thoughts become more, stronger. Then we cannot control at the end. So at the beginning, we need to realize the negative thoughts are arising, already arise for quite a long time. It's always there, but sometimes it's manifest, sometimes it remains as a lay dormant, not active way. For example, when we are deep sleeping, all the negative thoughts not really active, not really arise as a manifest way. Then the negative thoughts, you say the conceptual negative thoughts can be, yes, so many things we realize through the conceptual thoughts, but it can be useful to realize emptiness or not. It depends on the conceptual thoughts. When you realize, oh, this conceptual thoughts has a kind of what you call kind of two sides. For example, duality. When you realize this thought has a duality, means it may be useful, can be useful to realize emptiness. In order to realize emptiness, we need to realize there's always duality with these thoughts. Sometimes we trust our thoughts. Sometimes we cannot. Also, if you realize, oh, I really cannot trust my thoughts, it can be in a cause to realize emptiness. And also, you are right, not only you, all of us make sure our practice not follow the wrong path. Make sure we are not follow the wrong path. Remember at the beginning of the limb of the path, doesn't matter how long you try to get milk from the horn, you cannot. So we should not put effort with for the wrong cause. Everybody make sure we follow the right paths, we follow the right instruction. Make sure all the instruction practice must be antidotes to reduce any of the negative thoughts. Make sure all our daily practices, even though reciting one mantra for one time, is make sure it can be caused to reduce my negative thoughts. Make sure it cannot be caused to generate the negative thoughts. This one we need to double check. Yeah. Okay, once more question, then we can stop our class today, for today.
Yeah. Geshe-la, how to offer and pray to Dharma Protectors? Daily water, candles, and incense offering to Buddha, is it included?
Okay, the general offering. For example, I have a cup of tea. So usually I just hold a cup of tea. I just say, this cup of tea I offer to the Guru, Idam, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and the Dharma Protector. One cup of tea you can offer to the Gurus, Buddhas, Idam, Dharma Protectors. This is a general offering. Also, when you offer a light, you say, I offer the light to the Guru, Idam, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, all the Dharma Protectors. Very simple, general offering to Dharma. Offering include Dharma Protector. Sometimes there's a very particular, like a ritual or chanting to offer, making offering to the particular Dharma Protector. Therefore, there's a one way you can do the general offering, offer the things to all the fellow merit, include Dharma Protector, something very particular. Also, same thing, when we're making offering to like as a Thara, right? For example, we do monthly Thara Puja. Usually we set up 5 sets of offering. The first one, general offering, include Thara. Then the next 3 sets of offering is particularly Thara. The last set of offering is particularly Thara, include Dharma Protector. This means you need to know, how to make offering and which particular reason. So we should not say, oh, this must be this way. It depends on your purpose of your offering. So we as a beginner, ordinary person, you just set up offering. First you offer to the Guru, then Idams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Hearer, Dakadekinis, the last, Dharma Protector. There's 2 kinds of Dharma Protector. One Dharma Protector totally transcendent from the samsara. They manifest as a Dharma Protector. Actually, they are Buddha. For example, Palden Lamo. We pray to Palden Lamo. Palden Lamo manifests as a Dharma Protector. Actually, he is a Buddha. Same as a Aryathara. So we pray to the Mahakala with the 6 arms. Manifests as a Dharma Protector with the 6 arms with a different object in hands. Actually, he is a Buddha of compassion. This we offer as a manifest as a Dharma Protector, actually is a Buddha. Then we have another Dharma Protector who are not transcendent, is ordinary beings who has a power and ability to protect the Dharma. So that this kind of level we do different offering. So this one you need long explanation. Okay, so today we can stop our Dharma class here. So next Sunday is more discussion. Everybody must have prepare your question, or you can have share your problem, or you can share your experience. Make sure you feel very free to share, free to ask question. The next Sunday is very particular Sunday for discussion. Until now, I just talk, you listen, then you also feel tired to listening me. Also, I feel tired to just keep talking. I'm not sure how much you got benefit from me. So through the discussion, then I noticed, this person facing this problem. that person facing this problem with the Dharma practice. So next Sunday is Sunday for discussion. And at the end, we do dedication. So before dedication, make sure that now there's a lot of news about new variants. Then also many people feel very, feel agitation, feel very insecure. When the things come, actually, is I think same in other types of virus. Again, you follow the rules and regulations, wear your mask, wash your hands, not necessary to hand, every 20 minutes you need to wash your hands. It's too much. I can see on the MRT, on the bus, people is all washing the hands very often, but the hands is not touching more than nose. No need to wash, every 10, 20 minutes. Be very relaxed, try to be, protect yourself. Should not feel very unhappy, insecure. Because when we listen to the news, when we watch the news, it looks so scary. When the actual things come, it's not that scary. So we never know if the new variant, can be very serious, can be as a COVID-19, can be able to control very, very easily. We never know. Therefore, should not feel so unhappy, should not feel very insecure. At the end, we do dedication. So today we didn't do the meditation. You can do in the evening. All our merit we have accumulated this morning. We dedicate for free all human beings from sickness and disease, particularly all types of virus. Second, we dedicate the merit for world peace. You are no much better than me. Like the whole world, doesn't matter, like Europe, America, Africa, Italy, Asian part, all parts of Asian, the whole world is moving very scary way, economically, politically, environmentally, things moving very strange way. Therefore, we dedicate our merit for world peace, peace with all countries. Then, everything will be, become normal. Jamba Bhavya Jida Jamba Gundo Sambo Deyan Dejan Yada Gunje Jesu Dalo Jenge Wandi Datam Jeradu Tuzun Shebe Yawadam Jegen Wakan Lao Chodo Ngapa Lage Geveza Wandi Gunya Sambo Jeradu Jide Yambe Gevan Danjedo Mingne Chune Tase Tatenso Madu Moge Gubabunj Sirin Medike Dambarajo Janjo Sanjo Rimbo Jemba Yebanam Ye Yawanyamba Mebayan Kone Kundo Pelwar Show. For the dedication prayers, the first two paragraphs is from the King of the Aspiration prayers. Then the third one is saying, Jigde Yambe Gyagam Thamje to Migne Chune Saser Chaten Somin. The sickness with the all kind of animals, sickness with the all people must wish to be reduced. Then poverty with all parts of the world. And the war, poverty wish to be reduced. Then all human beings live long life, free from sickness. Yeah, this is the meaning of the dedication. And thank you for attending the class. So have a happy Sunday. Thank you.